Uh-oh, upside down. There we go. All right, boys and girls, I'm super excited about starting our next book. I love this book. I know some of you guys said that you already watched the movie. If you did watch the movie, you still need to listen to the book because it's a super book and it's all about kindness and really understanding and just being compassionate to other people's differences and so I need to be up a little more. Just other people's differences and how we are all different, and that's okay. And we need to be compassionate to that. Okay, so we're gonna start one more time. We're gonna start the book Wonder, and I'm gonna read to you for about 10 minutes each day. And you can see it's a pretty thick book, so it's gonna take us a while, but hang in there and about 10 minutes each day and listen to it. I think you'll really enjoy it. All right. So Wonder by R.J. Palacio. I'm not very good at names. Authors' names. Part 1, August. Fate smiled and destiny laughed as she came to my cradle. The first chapter is called Ordinary. I know I'm not an ordinary 10-year-old kid. I mean, sure, I do ordinary things. I eat ice cream. I ride my bike. I play ball. I have an Xbox. Stuff like that makes me ordinary, I guess. And I feel ordinary inside. But I know ordinary kids don't make other ordinary kids run away screaming in playgrounds. I know ordinary kids don't get started at wherever they go. Don't get stared at wherever they go. If I found a magical lamp and I could have one wish, I would wish that I had a normal face that no one ever noticed at all. I would wish that I could walk down the street without people seeing me, and when doing that look away thing. Here's what I think. The only reason I'm not ordinary is that no one else sees me that way. But I'm kind of used to how I look by now. I know how to pretend I don't see faces people make. We've all gotten pretty good at that sort of thing. Me, Mom and Dad, and Via. Actually, I take that back. Via's not so good at it. She can get really annoyed when people do something rude. Like, for instance, one time on the playground, some older kids made some noises. I don't even know what the noises were exactly because I didn't hear them myself, but Via heard, and she just started yelling at the kids. That's the way she is. I'm not that way. Via doesn't see me as ordinary. She says she does, but if I were ordinary, she wouldn't feel like she needs to protect me as much. And Mom and Dad don't see me as ordinary either. They see me as extraordinary. I think the only person in the world who realizes how ordinary I am is me. My name is August, by the way. I won't describe what I look like. Whatever you're thinking, it's probably worse. The next chapter is why I didn't go to school. These chapters are all really short, so we'll get through several chapters. I'm just going to read for 10 minutes each day. Next week, I start 5th grade. Since I've never been in a real school before, I am pretty much totally and completely petrified. People think I haven't gone to school because of the way I look, but that's not it. It's because of all the surgeries I've had. 27 since I was born. The bigger ones happened before I was even 4 years old, so I don't remember those. But I've had 2 or 3 surgeries every year since then. Some big, some small. And because I'm little for my age, and I've had some other medical mysteries that doctors never really figured out, I used to get sick a lot. That's why my parents decided it was better if I didn't go to school. I am much stronger now, though. The last surgery I had was 8 months ago, and I probably won't have to have another one for a couple years. Mom homeschools me. She used to be a children's book illustrator. She draws really great fairies and mermaids. Her boy stuff isn't so hot, though. She once tried to draw me a Darth Vader, but it ended up looking like some weird mushroom-shaped robot. I haven't seen her draw anything in a long time. I think she's too busy taking care of me and Via. I can't say I always wanted to go to school because that wouldn't be exactly true. What I wanted was to go to school, but only if I could be like every other kid going to school, having lots of friends and hangouts after school and stuff like that. I have a few really good friends now. Christopher is my best friend, followed by Zachary and Alex. We've known each other since we were babies, and since they've always known me the way I am, they're used to me. When we were little, we used to have play dates all the time. And then Christopher moved to Bridgeport in Connecticut. That's more than an hour away from where I live in North River Heights, which is at the top tip of Manhattan. And Zachary and Alex started going to school. It's funny. Even though Christopher's the one who moved far away, I still see him more than I see Zachary and Alex. They have all these new friends now. If we bump into each other on the street, they're still nice to me though. They always say hello. I have other friends too, but not as good as Christopher and Zach and Alex were. For instance, Zach and Alex always invited me to their birthday parties when we were little. But Joel, Iman, and Gabe never did. Emma invited me once, but I haven't seen her in a long time. And of course, I always go to Christopher's birthdays. Maybe I'm making too big of a deal about birthday parties. Next chapter, How I Came to Life. I like when Mom tells me this story because it makes me laugh so much. It's not funny in a way, a joke is funny. But when Mom tells it, Via and I start cracking up. So when I was in my mom's stomach, no one had any idea I would come out looking the way I did. Mom had Via 4 years before, and that had been such a walk in the park, Mom's expression, that there was no reason to run any special tests. About 2 months before I was born, the doctor realized there was something wrong with my face, but they didn't think it was going to be bad. They told Mom and Dad I had a cleft palate and some other stuff going on. They called it small abnormalities. It's a hard word. There were 2 nurses in the delivery room the night I was born. One was very nice and sweet. The other one, Mom said, did not seem at all nice and sweet. She had very big arms, and here comes the funny part. She kept farting. Like she'd bring Mom some ice chips and then fart. She'd check Mom's blood pressure and fart. Mom says it was unbelievable because the nurse never even said, "Excuse me." Meanwhile, Mom's regular doctor wasn't on duty that night. So Mom got stuck with some cranky kid doctor she and Dad named Doggy after some old TV show or something. They didn't actually call him that to his face. But Mom says that even though everyone in the room was kind of grumpy, Dad kept making her laugh all night long. When I came out of Mom's stomach, she said the whole room got very quiet. Mom didn't even get a chance to look at me because the nice nurse immediately rushed me out of the room. Dad was in such a hurry to follow that he dropped the video camera. It broke into a million pieces. And then Mom got very upset and tried to get out of bed to see where they were going. But the farting nurse put her very big arms on Mom to keep her in the bed. They were practically fighting because Mom was hysterical and the farting nurse was yelling to her to stay calm. And then they both started screaming for the doctor. But guess what? He had fainted right on the floor. So when the farting nurse saw that he had fainted, she started pushing him with her foot to get him to wake up, yelling at him the whole time. "What kind of doctor are you? What kind of doctor are you? Get up, get up." And then all of a sudden she lets out the biggest, loudest, smelliest fart in the history of farts. Mom thinks it was actually the fart that finally woke the doctor up. Anyway, Mom tells the story. She acts out all the parts, including the farting noises. It is so funny. Mom says the farting nurse turned out to be a very nice woman. She stayed with Mom the whole time, didn't leave her side even after Dad came back and the doctor told them how sick I was. Mom remembers exactly what the nurse whispered in her ear when the doctor told her I probably wouldn't live through the night. Everyone born of God overcometh the world. And the next day, after I had lived through the night, it was that nurse that held Mom's hand when they brought her in to meet me for the first time. Mom says, Mom says by the time they had told her all about me, she had been preparing herself for the seeing of me. But she says that when she looked down into my tiny mushed face for the first time, all she could see was how pretty my eyes were. Mom is beautiful, by the way, and Dad is handsome. Via is pretty, in case you were wondering.